So today it's been raining for like a week and the burn ban's finally lifted. So I'm burning that pile of brush. But it looks big, but it's not that big because, like, I'll just show you. See, it's like, these are my fingers and it's smaller than my fingers. So you know that it's not that big. But I still have all this brush over here to burn too. It's gonna take a minute. All good things will burn in the end. And bad things, all the things, everything will burn. So I know how much you guys like stories. So I had all this was about that tall with brush, and then over here about that much more. But I burned all this. But then it's getting close to the end of the day, and so I'm like, I need to get the bobcat and push all this, you know, get the dirt out of here, kind of spread it out a little bit, let it die or whatever. And so I was doing that, and then all of a sudden I had a bucket full of fire and smoke, and they got very hot in the bucket, and I was like, this is not good. So I backed up as fast as I could and got out of there and dumped my bucket of fire. I lived, but then I'm going to Egypt in a couple of months, and I went to log into PayPal, and it was like, your face is not recognized. And I'm like, what's the matter with my face? And I looked at the camera, I'm like, oh, everything. That's why I'm single. Oh, hey there. So today I decided to do an experiment on myself. And in this experiment, I was like, I wonder what it's like to be inside the lungs of a smoker. And I spent 8 hours inside the lungs of a smoker, and it was horrible. I don't know if you can see my nose, but that's probably got some COVID in there or something. Not pretty. But I think I might start smoking now, because there are a lot of health benefits, I've heard. And I'm not being sarcastic at all. I think it's wonderful. And so if you're like, I wonder what it looks like inside a smoker's lungs. Beautiful, and refreshing, and it's so easy to breathe. So I highly recommend it to anybody. Kids, if you're wanting to start smoking, let this be a good video for you. Let's see if I got any mail. What you think? I told them more checks, less bills, but you know how they are. Oh, hey there. So we've been here about 28 minutes. This is Steve Lux. Steve Lux owns, what is this, Power Raider Plumbing. And he does literally everything plumbing, but amazing.
Amazing. We did an entire house today in 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
Last one took us 25, 26.
Right,
So we're kind of getting older now.
Yeah,
that was a couple of months ago.
We took our time. We took our time.
Yeah.
So explain to us what's going on here. How does this work? Because if people don't know what it looks like on a slab.
So there's no slab, in case you haven't noticed.
Wait, seriously.
So we've got cleanouts here.
Now what does that mean?
Well, so we got one cleanout that goes towards the septic tank, in case you need to run a cable or a camera or do any kind of investigative work. We have one cleanout that goes all the way in case we need to go up under the building.
Yep.
You never know. Somebody might flush a toilet. They might put the whole sink down there. Who knows what they can get down these pipes? I mean,
It's
you can
unbelievable.
get anything down a pipe. So down at the very end, that tall pipe, I've got another cleanout. That's the end of the line cleanout. We're gonna have a cleanout on the laundry, and we've got a cleanout over here on the kitchen, on this far wall. So
That's
you
a
can't have
total of-
enough cleanouts.
That's a total of 7, in case you're not good with math.
That's right.
1,
So,
2, 3, 4, 7.
basically, we've got a bathroom here, we've got a kitchen, we've got a laundry, we've got another bathroom down there.
There's a half bath here.
And there's a half bath here.
Yeah.
Did we do a half bath?
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
No,
Didn't we?
it's in there. It's in there.
We've got a main water feed that's going to go after they drill the well. We got a main water line going over to where the water heater is. And we've got a main water line to feed into the master area so we can have a little cold water in there. We also have a hot water line fed from the water heater back over here to the master to get a little more instant hot water for the master bathroom. And everything else will be in the walls and above and in the ceiling and
I'm so excited. Now, Steve, you know basically everything, right?
everything.
Okay, so I've got a question for you. Do you think if everybody on the planet Earth had a moment of silence for a day, do you think you could hear that from outer space or maybe even from the sun? Do you think that that would help solve the current pandemic?
I'm not sure if they can hear it from the sun. I do know they can hear it from the moon.
From the moon, so
you're reaching too far.
So if we have a moment of silence for a full day, everybody in the world, they will hear from the moon. Do you think it'll solve the current
I
pandemic?
think so. I really do.
I mean, it makes about as much sense as all the other solutions they've come up with.
Exactly.
Oh, yikes. And there it goes. There's my warning label on my Facebook post. Miss Poopy Pants, what are you doing in the shop? There she goes. So, Alan, I'm afraid that you might have been abducted by aliens.
Why is that?
So, I know some things about you. I've known you for a long time, right? Probably 12 years now. So, tell me, like, what's your opinion about the price of groceries?
The what?
Price of groceries.
They're ridiculous.
Like, ridiculously low?
No, ridiculously Biden.
What do you think about the price of gas right now?
It is like really expensive. I'm fixing to build an electric bicycle.
Okay. And then what about the price of like property tax?
Ridiculous.
And yet, and I quote, last week we were passing by a gas station and we saw gas for $3.69 a gallon. What did you say?
I lost my mind.
He was abducted by aliens.
And I think I said, man, that's cheap or something.
Alan said that's cheap for anything. Oops, sounds like my ride's here. And I'm like, did you get abducted by aliens?
I did that day. Little did I know that really was cheap gas prices.
Yeah, now it's gone up 60 cents since then. Per gallon. All right, so per gallon, Alan. What are you doing?
Per gallon, Alan?
Yeah, what are you doing right now?
I am rebuilding a hydraulic cylinder.
Is that because you can fix anything?
No, it's because I can't afford to pay anybody to do it, so I got to do it.
So poverty has made you smart and strong. It makes me want to be poorer. I'm really lazy.
What's that?
It makes me want to be poor. I've been really lazy. Why do you laugh? All right, so you're going to start a new show called what? Cheap Fix.
Oh, Cheap Fix?
Yep, with Alan Mong, because he can cheat. Alan fixes so much stuff. Look at all this stuff.
Well, the parts to fix this were $40.
$40?
But if you took the cylinder to somebody, it'd probably be $350.
So Cheap Fix is actually a good name for your stuff. What's the most money you've ever spent on anything?
I mean, this property, I guess.
How much you got in this property?
Well, everything, property, building, everything, probably about $75,000.
American dollars. 75,000 American dollars. Here's just a quick. This is only one part. This goes on. This is probably 1/4 of the buildings he has out here, plus all the property. Cheap Fix with Alan Mong. Ooh, that has quite an impact. Oh, hey there. So welcome to yet another episode of John Works Too Much. Now in this episode, we are going to build a garage right here, a 24 by 30 garage, and then we're going to cut and put a driveway right here. Jared is amazing, and he's going to do everything. I want to say that before we started building Mike Norris's house, we applied for a permit here. We have completely built Mike Norris's house and done I don't know how many other jobs. We just got approved for permit. Thank you, government. Go ahead.
That's why I live in the sticks, because we don't.
Yeah, that's why we're building out in the country now, because county. All right, so you said you got something on your heart. Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
So as I'm coming over here, like breaking ground, and I was thinking about something. It's like, Jesus says, don't ever let go of the plow. Like, don't look back once you become a Christian. And if something was interesting, is like you look at the source parable, and you have seed that is scattered, and there's some rocks in there, and then the seeds get hot and they don't produce anything,
Yep.
right? And then some seeds are scattered into some thorns and thistles. And then those things, they grow, but the thistles and thorns, they actually choke it out from producing fruit, which we know what those things are. That's like stress.
Well, it's riches and cares of this world.
Right.
That's what he said.
So what's interesting about this, so letting go of the plow. Man, I finally realized the plow
It's
is...
a bobcat.
Oh, no. It might be
Don't
John
mess
Deere.
with
I was thinking more or less Jesus.
Right.
So the thing is, if you quit following Jesus, Jesus is the one that actually roots out evil in our hearts. Like, he goes after those rocks and those thistles. Man, like my front yard, I have this pasture, and it has thistles and it has rocks. Honestly, I didn't know it had so many rocks until I started plowing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, it takes work to get the rocks out of the field.
That's a true story.
And so you have to use it. You have to use plows. Of course, we have disc plows. I don't actually have to do a hand plow deal, but
Anymore.
Jesus is your plow. And so if you let go of Jesus, nothing's going to happen. It's not fun when those rocks get surfaced up.
But then you could just sit there and complain and blame everybody else.
That's exactly right. But the thing is, we're not supposed to call anybody teacher. Jesus is the person. Like, if we don't know him, we don't get in. Like,
True story.
And so, like, I'm not so much worried about making myself appearance anywhere else to please people, but I am worried that one day I'm going to stand before Jesus and come empty-handed because I let go of the plow. And I said, Lord, let me in. He said, Jared, depart from me. I never knew you.
Yeah, you don't want to hear that.
I
That's
don't wanna
probably
hear it.
the most horrific thing I could possibly
Yeah.
think of to ever hear in your life.
I mean, hell's bad. You've been there, right?
Yes, I have. It's a place I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Right.
True story.
But the thing is, you don't want to stand before Jesus one day.
Nope.
And as bad as Satan is and hell as it is, you don't want to be there on the bad side of the equation standing before the Lord one day. And that's what it has me. People share the gospel for their piety. Like, look at thou.
Look at thou.
Look at thou. No, it's great. Yeah. Some people do it because they genuinely have a good heart. And
What's
then
that for?
And other people like me realize I don't want to stand before Jesus and be like, man, I don't got anything
I don't want
for
to stand
you.
before Jesus and say I don't got nothing. We got that in common.
But you're a good guy though.
No, I'm not. I'm a horrible person.
You don't even think about that.
Yes, I do constantly.
Okay.
Constantly.
But the main thing is, don't ever let go of the plow. That's the one thing. If people called you backslidden, if you think you're a backslidden Christian, what have you, the main thing is grab the plow and keep going, following Jesus.
High five. I like your attitude. That's
God
a good
bless.
message. See you soon. Love you.
Oh, hey there. So this is Jeff from Lockjaw, and we're shooting the music video. And your song is amazing, right?
I think so.
I'm gonna go. Look, it's not good to toot your own horn, so I will toot your horn for you. Your music sounds amazing. I really love it. It's an honor to be in your video. Your turn.
Thank you. I don't know what to say right now. I can't
Tell
breathe.
us about the song. Tell us about the song.
Oh man, breaking point. You know.
Everybody's got theirs.
Yeah.
Mine is very shallow. Mine is like this, like, oh, a light breeze blew by, and I'm like, I'm broken. I'm over this crap. I'm about to go to prison. What's your breaking point?
I think all the songs on the record are kind of in a not positive, but in a realistic light.
Negative.
So,
Sorry.
I mean, everybody has that point, you know. So that's what we're trying to just illustrate is everybody has the breaking point, and watch out. It's good not to push people to that point because then you don't know where they're going to go, you know.
What's the message here?
Don't push me over the breaking point.
Because then what'll happen?
You'll find the hell in me.
Murder. He's talking about murder, okay? All of us has a little bit of murder
I
in
mean,
us.
we are a heavy metal band, and the last song was called Silence the Fear.
And then you silence it, and then you're like, and don't push me, because I will reach my breaking point.
Because I'm living in my head.
That's another song, in case you guys didn't know that, out there in TV land and in social media land. But I love your music. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. You're an amazing guy.
Thank you.
I mean, I want to build your house.
Oh, you did.
That's right. Now I remember. I remember. All right, see you later. Oh, hey there. So we're here on set filming the Lockjaw video. This is Justin. You're pretty much amazing, right?
I try to be.
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, that's a.
Weren't you on Game of Thrones?
You were.
He was on
Live Immersive.
He was on
Live
Game
Immersive.
of Thrones.
Live Immersive.
But how cool was that?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
Also an actor, right?
Yes, sir.
And they do work. That's a breeze, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
That was a
man.
breeze, and it felt really good because it's really hot in here.
We are sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is Joe. Joe, tell me some of the bands you've been in.
Some of the bands I've been in were Hide the Reel,
Yeah.
Push Pipe,
Yeah, I remember.
Jackknife,
Jackknife, yeah.
and now Lockjaw.
Lockjaw. So tell us about Lockjaw.
Lockjaw is awesome. No, well, I know we used to jam together a long time back in the day when Jackknife did, so they were a little bit different than I remember. They were more way new metal. Jeff approached me in 2020.
During the pandemic.
During the pandemic, that's right.
Were you terrified? Were you to your house like crying and
I
stuff with a
was
mask
cry-
by yourself?
That's all I did.
Me too. Same. Yeah. Carry on.
So we talked a little bit. He was like, "Hey man, I'd really like to be have you a part of this project and see what you're doing." Well, I told him I wasn't interested in just like I want to do it. If I'm going to do it again, I want to do it again. Just do it all the way out. Go all in. And I said I want to try some different stuff. I want to do some melodies and vocals. I want to try some singing type things and just see where it goes.
And he nailed it.
Nailed it. How many views and how many listens do you have on Spotify?
Right now, Living in My Head is over 175,000.
Bro.
Devil in Disguise is around 76,000. What's the other one we just did?
Nobody knows.
Breaking Point hit over 10,000 streams in 1 week. So yeah, we're
Sounds
stoked on
Superior.
that.
Yeah, Sounds Superior. Yeah, so yeah, we have some good following.
What's this music video called?
This one's for Breaking Point. We just released it on Spotify May 10th, just a few days ago.
And this music video will be ready probably by 7 or 8 o'clock tonight? That's not true. It takes a little bit of time to edit.
Yeah.
What a cool setup, right?
Yeah, man. Oh, check this out.
Right?
Dude, Jeff and his brother built this.
This whole boxing ring, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Built the whole boxing ring, and here in about 10 minutes, we're all just going to beat the crap out of each other.
We're going to get in there, and we're going to be so into the role, we're going to literally die.
Die.
So,
Not all of us, all but one.
some will die. It's a sacrifice we're willing to make.
Yeah, I plan on being one of the first 2 to die, because look, I made my peace with God, and I'm ready to go home. So if you just want to take me out, look the other way. I'll let you dead in the eyes, or I'll look the other way if that's better for you. I don't care. You tell me.
Just close your eyes and it'll come.
Yeah, just look at the glass. Hey there. So, we just got done filming music video. Now tell us about it. Did you have fun?
We did it. Yeah, it was great. Great video.
Great fun. Are you super pumped?
I'm super pumped and super tired.
Yeah, so tell me what you did in the band.
I
wasn't there paying attention.
and the triangle.
You're playing the triangle.
Yes.
See, I'm playing the circle right now. It's kind of interesting. You know, I'm going to Egypt. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to Egypt, and I'm going to see one of the 7 wonders of the world, the pyramids. But then I'm hoping to have future trips where I can go see the spheres, maybe the cubes. I don't know what the other how the 4 wonders are. I guess other shapes. You know? We'll Google it. We'll Google it when we're done. All right, so tell me about your life.
It's pretty normal. I just play drums.
No, you're a famous rock star.
I wish. Getting there.
We're going to do it. He's a famous rock star, I'm not even lying. So do you feel like some kind of aggression towards the drummer? You're like, I want to hurt you or kill you? Like, is there violence in your soul?
Every time I sit behind this, because I have to load them and set them up before I play the drums. So when I'm looking, I'm like,
What do you think of? Like, do you visualize, like, on your snare, like,
I visualize stabbing myself.
man? But I don't do it. Oh, that's smart. That's very smart. So, do you have any advice for younger drummers that want to be famous rock stars like you?
Stay in shape.
Yeah. Round is a shape.
Round, yeah, not that kind of shape.
Oh,
healthy shape, yeah.
More like this.
Yeah.
Like this. No, it took years of neglect to get a body like this. That's awesome. Hey there. So I've got Gabe here from Lockjaw, and I've got some questions for you. Some real questions for you. Number 8. This hair is beautiful. Was there some kind of sorcery? Was there some kind of a blood deal that happened for you to get this hair, or is it just good genetics?
I think there might have been some sacrifices that might have
Some black magic or something?
Yeah, I think like a horse.
Your hair is beautiful. I mean, I think a horse had to be sacrificed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Look, I mean, Justin's sniffing. That's not weird. All right, so the next thing. Here's my next question. It's May in Texas, and I think what that means is that we're starting to preheat the oven. Right?
Yeah,
We're up to about 100 right now. It's not all the way hot yet. It's going to broil. But right now, I feel like we're just kind of doing the break-in. Like, oh, I feel like I'm a little bit wet. Not soaking wet yet. Now, you guys are hardcore, right?
Yeah, pretty hardcore.
Pretty hardcore, yeah. So I have once been in a band, you know, I know pretty well. And I once been in a band, and they were like, you may be hardcore, but we're softcore. And if you don't like it, it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. How do you feel about that?
I like it if everyone just gets along, you know?
Me too. It's okay. Me too. Even if you like heavy music, you can still be like nice to people.
Hardcore, I mean, just because we're hardcore doesn't mean we can't get along with softcore.
Bro,
Fucking
we are the people.
plastic rock, whatever, man. We're the children. All of it.
All right, well, awesome. I'm excited about this video. Are you?
I just wish I wasn't suffering from dehydration. I think I'm having
Get
a
you some
stroke.
water. Bro, that really helps me.
Come on, man. Let's get some guitars in here.
Okay.
Is that everybody?
Well, we were just settling.
You're not bringing me no ice.
Bring it later. So, today, we're out here in Cleveland, and we're building this house, but we're also going to have a metal building. It's a 30 by 40 metal building over here. And you might be thinking to yourself, how do you find out the parameters of where this thing goes? I'm glad you asked. So we went off of this fence, and we measured where we needed to be, and we came 40 feet this direction. Then we measured 30 feet this direction, and you have to measure corner to corner and quarter to quarter. Now, as we've talked about before, a 3, 4, 5 triangle is square. So we know that if we're 30 feet and 40 feet, then the hypotenuse is going to be 50 feet. Right? So we measured that, and that's good. We put stakes in, but then we put 4 stakes around like this, and we do what's called battle boards. And you can see what he's doing. So then you take this thing right here, and you see that yellow thing over there? You see it, Jared, right?
I see it.
Yeah, so that has a laser in it, right? And then it comes to here, and once it's to the right height, it makes a nice irritating noise. And then you mark the bottom of that, You put your batter boards here, we pull the strings, get everything done, and then we put the forms in. So I think that's pretty interesting. Now, I'm sad to say that I lost my audiobook, and I feel like I'll never hear the end of it. Oh, hey there. So today we filled a bunch of dirt in, and we're setting forms for this garage over here. It's a 30 by 40 metal building, 12-foot ceiling, so that'll be pretty cool. And then we're adding some more dirt over here. We're doing some more dirt work. And I noticed that your lasers look awful lot like string. Are they like analog lasers?
Maybe.
They're analog lasers. That's pretty cool. So that's what they used like in ancient Egypt and stuff?
Maybe.
That's fair. All right. Maybe. So I read this book about the history of cars.
Yeah.
It was an autobiography. No? You got any questions for me?
Yeah. You know what? What's the meaning of life, John? You have all this intelligence, all this knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what is the meaning of life?
You guys ready for this? It's important. Nothing is more important in your life than when you get to Judgment Day, you hear God say, well done, good and faithful servant. In my opinion, nothing is more important than that. And I think that the next best thing is getting everybody into heaven that you possibly can. Like you set such a good example, and you're so kind and so loving to people and so like non-judgmental and just welcoming and just like, I want you here with me. What can I do to help you out? Every opportunity that you get, that heaven is a fuller place and that you're there. And I think that right there, if you do that, nothing else matters.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
Amen.
All right, see you guys. Oh, hey there. So we've got Thomas here, and Thomas does amazing work. Now, tell me what you do for a living.
Power line.
You do power line. So is that where you deliver like lightning to people's houses?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So tell me about it. Well, like you're gonna put a pole on the ground here?
Setting a pole with a transformer to hook up a meter.
That's awesome. And then we'll be able to plug things in and it'll work? Yeah. Oh, bro, I love you. Like not in a gay way. Okay, but speaking of gay things, you know who Tommy Lee is, right? Yeah. And you know who Marvin Gaye is, right? And you know the band Toto? If they got together and had like a music project together, would that be totally gay? No idea. Because it's Toto and then Tommy Lee and then Marvin Gaye, so it's totally gay.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure that's what we learned here today is that. You got anything else to tell people? No? Should they be careful around power lines?
Yeah.
Like how careful? Like,
if it's on the ground, don't get near it.
What if it's up in the air? Don't get near it no matter where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, hey there. So, you guys want to hear a construction joke?
Sure.
I'm still working on it. Okay, so we got the telephone pole in, and I know what you're thinking. Telephone pole? Yeah. We're gonna have telephone lines in here. We'll lift it up and be like, hello, and there'll be like a swirly, like a pigtail. We're like, hello? No, sorry, he's not here right now. I'll have him call you back when he gets home. Click. Like that. Not beep, 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 beep. Check the internet. Not like a telephone pole. So we got that in. We're happy. We got some temporary power. They still have to do another meter, and we're gonna trim some trees, but whatever. Anyway, we're working on forms. We're working on grading and all kinds of cool things. And then it dawned on me, right? Me and Alan were talking at lunch, and Alan is incredibly smart. Tell him, Alan.
John says I'm incredibly smart.
Which is accurate, because there's a lot of things I'm right about. Most things I'm not. All right, so we were talking about, there's a mall in Arlington. You've seen it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know how that mall got built?
No, I don't, John.
Let me tell you. So there was a huge construction factory, right? And then one day, this construction factory just started, for no reason at all, started to shrink. And it shrunk and shrunk and shrunk, and it kept shrinking. People had to start getting out of the way because it was shrinking so much. And everybody's like, what is going on with this construction factory? And it shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. They were studying it, and then it shrunk till it could fit on the head of a pin. Just a little bitty construction factory right there. Tiny, couldn't even see it. And they all looked at it for about 17 minutes and 11 seconds. They were like, and then it happened. The much smaller bang. So what happened was this little tiny pin construction factory blew up, and all these parts, construction parts, flew all over the place. And then they fell together, and they made the mall in Arlington. And it's like, it keeps the water off. There's plumbing lines that come into the right place, and drain lines that go out. There's power that goes in. There's AC systems and doors that work, and windows that work, and security systems that work. And it's amazing to me because it's all just, it looks so pre-planned, but it was just pure happenstance. Like it literally just fell together like that. And I'm like, what I hate to say miracle in that case, but you know, how cool is that? Do you believe that one?
Oh, I believe it.
Do you? Yeah. I think that, it's a pretty believable story. Pretty believable. So that's what I got. Now, I just want to say, in light of that, a lot of times people are like, John, what if you're wrong? And what if Jesus isn't real? And what if you die and there's nothing? I've thought about it a lot. And I got to be honest with you. I would still live for Jesus. I would. I don't want to live a life that's miserable. I don't want to live a life where I'm mean to people and where I'm hateful to people and where I'm just trying to look out for me. That's a miserable way to live. So, you know what? If I live my whole life and I sacrifice and I'm kind and I'm nice and I love people, at the end of my life I die and I cease to exist, I lived a good life. So that's what I got to say about that. Anyway, we're gonna get back to work. I'm also pretty excited because I've got all the ingredients that I need for a tattoo in the back of my truck. Let me take a look. I got barbed wire. I mean, how cool is that? I could take that and have them tattooed around my arm. I've got like a grease gun. I don't know how you incorporate that into a tattoo. I got diesel so that you can make some fire with that. I got some hydraulic oil and some tools like hammer and sickles and stuff like that. I got some ice in the ice chest. I just feel like you can make some pretty cool tattoos with this stuff, don't you think, Alan?
I think, yes, absolutely, man.
Yeah, so if anybody, I don't have a desire just because I was going to get the turtleneck with turtles on it, but I decided against that because it was voted down by all my fans. So, but I don't have a desire to get a tattoo, but if anybody wants this and you want to make a tattoo out of it, then please just come holler at me and I'll let it go for a very fair price. All right, thanks guys, we're going to get back to work. Oh, hey there. That's embarrassing. I didn't realize you guys were watching me. So I was asked, John, you've been quiet for a minute. What have you been working on? Well, here's your answer. I've been working on some music, which I think is very exciting. I'm trying to polish it up a little bit. I kept asking people to help me, and I realized, just like in all of life, nobody's coming to help. I have to become the hero that I'm looking for. And so here I am, heroing in front of the computer. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of songs. Let me see, about all these songs that I've been polishing back up, and I'm going to try to get them up on iTunes and Spotify and what have you. So I'm very excited about that. I also got all my John Works Too Much videos put into 30-minute episodes for Abundant TV, which will be on Apple TV soon. I don't know the date, but right now they're on my YouTube channel. So if you search my name, then you will get everything on my YouTube channel. But if you search John Works Too Much, I have a separate channel just for that. Also, I'm doing some stand-up comedy tonight in Grand Prairie. If you're interested, then ask and I'll tell you where it is. It's free. So, come out, hang out, and have fun. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Love you lots. We are waiting on a couple things. We're waiting on concrete right now, and we're waiting on some stuff with the city and some legality, blah, 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 boring things, and that's why I haven't been doing as much construction, but I'm using my time wisely and I'm making new things for you, and lots of new stuff is coming up soon. All right, love you guys, bye.